from your monitor. Similar to scanning a barcode, these days we're a little more spoiled when it comes to form and function, and some of the best on the market are offered by Samsung. Today we're going to be comparing the Galaxy Watch to the newer Galaxy Watch Active 2 to find out what you get for your money. So first of all, let's look at appearance. The Galaxy Watch, to me, exudes elegance, from the two-tone black and silver, the rotating bezel, to the textured buttons. It's a very dressy lifestyle watch, and comes with a bit of extra heft and thickness. You feel it on your wrist. But the weight feels good, and I believe the rotating bezel is still the best design for navigating a wearable that's ever been invented. It's very smooth, and has little clicks for feedback when scrolling through apps and messages. Far better than using your finger and covering the information you're looking at. The Active 2, on the other hand, is focused on just that, being active. The housing is slightly thinner and lighter, the buttons are smoothed off and low profile. But with this smaller discreet design, you're not really losing out on that sweet navigation, thanks to a software implemented rotating bezel. The feeling is definitely different to the real thing, but you still get little vibrations as feedback simulating the rotating bezel's clicks. And I think it was a great way to keep the outside design as minimal as possible, while still giving you an option to quickly navigate that doesn't cover the screen. The reduced weight and thickness gives the Active 2 watch an advantage when it comes to working out, or tracking your sleep, as it's less noticeable on your wrist. The features themselves are rather similar, but the Active 2 has a few extra upgrades when it comes to health tracking. While the Galaxy Watch has 4 LED sensors on the rear for tracking heart rate, the Active 2 has been upgraded to 8, to give you more consistent tracking and real-time heart rate statistics. And there's an addition of the ECG monitor, which is able to detect irregularities in the rhythm of your heart rate, and warn you if something seems fishy. Currently, at the time of filming, the ECG is present but not active. Before this feature can be activated, it needs FDA approval, which it's currently going through. But Samsung have said this is a feature coming in the future. Now, the extra heft of the Galaxy Watch includes a bigger battery. This watch you could get 3 to 4 days of typical use, whereas the Active 2 is more like 2 to 3 days. The battery life on both watches is actually really good. Other than that, these watches are very similar. Both watches have a 360 by 360 resolution, which might not sound like much on paper when compared to computer monitors, but because of the size of the screen and the distance you view it from, these are very impressive screens. Text and images look sharp, and it's very bright, which is important for viewing outdoors in the sun. They both feature the same IP68 waterproof rating, run Tizen OS, and both come loaded with the same apps. And as a smartwatch, they're great. They work with any Android phone, not just Samsung, and even iOS. The only difference for iOS is while still being able to read your text messages, you don't get the quick reply options. Also, when you get a phone call, it'll use the microphone from your iPhone, whereas on Android you can talk directly into the watch. So what it really comes down to is what you're looking to get out of a smartwatch. If you're looking for a fitness tracker to track your workouts, and want something light while still giving you notifications and calls, the Active 2, to me, is worth the little bit extra.